Hi there, you're about to view part 1 of a 3-part presentation exploring the core characteristic impairments of autism spectrum disorder. ASD is the disorder characterized by impaired social interaction, impaired or absent language development, as well as behavioral inflexibility. Unfortunately, the cause of the disorder is unknown. However, there is evidence suggesting a genetic component. I will be covering the first of the core impairments, known as social interaction. Social interaction, by definition, is the process by which we act and react to individuals in our surroundings. There are many different types of social interactions. However, 5 main categories have been established, and they are as follows. The first is exchange. Here, individuals interact in an effort to receive a reward or a return for their actions. An example of this would be a relationship. 2 individuals treat each other a certain way with a gain to also benefit from this interaction. Secondly is competition, and this is when 2 or more individuals oppose each other to achieve a goal only one can attain. Civil rivalry is a great example of this. Who will be the better, more accomplished child? Sometimes competition then leads to conflict, which is the third area. Conflict now is the deliberate attempt to control by force, oppose, harm, or resist the will of another person. Fourthly, there's cooperation. Here, 2 or more people work together to achieve a goal that will benefit multiple people. And lastly, accommodation. Now, this is a state of balance between conflict and cooperation. Compromise would be a great example of this, and this is when 2 parties are both giving something up to reach a mutual agreement. Individuals with autism may experience impairments in 1, 2, if not all of these categories. The DSM-4, also known as the Diagnostic Statistic Manual for Mental Health Disorders, has devised diagnostic criteria, and individuals must express 2 of these 4 following areas of impairments in order to be diagnosed with ASD. So the first is they must express marked impairments in the use of multiple nonverbals, such as eye-to-eye gaze, facial expression, body posture, and gestures to regulate social interactions. Secondly, a failure in development of peer relationships that are appropriate to their own developmental level. Third, a lack of spontaneous seeking of shared enjoyment, interests, or achievements with other people. Or fourth, a lack of social or emotional reciprocity. So individuals with autism express a wide variety of these impairments. So there's been 4 subgroups that have been developed to kind of help paint a picture of where some individuals might stand. So there's the aloof group, and individuals with ASD that would be categorized in this group just seem to act as if other peoples don't exist whatsoever. There's also a passive group. These individuals will accept social approaches, but they won't initiate them themselves. And then there's an active but odd group. These individuals will make active approaches. However, they do so in a peculiar, odd, one-sided sort of fashion. They often are interested in someone else in order to achieve something that will directly benefit themselves only. And then fourthly, there's an overly formal stinted group. So individuals that would be categorized in this group are often higher functioning and on the higher end of the spectrum, and they may appear excessively polite and formal. They cope by sticking to the rigidity of rules for social interactions to guide all of their interactions with individuals. So it still appears to be extremely unnatural, but they've learned and memorized these rules and stick to them very, very rigidly. So I hope that provided a little bit of insight on the impairments in social interactions that can be expressed by individuals that have ASD, and I hope that the rest of the presentations you also find informative. Thank you.